What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fourth and Philly podcast. I am your host, Big Dave, and we got a victory. We got a victory, y'all. 22-16, Eagles advance. We're 11-2. It's a good thing. Yeah, it was a good game. I mean, it wasn't a good game, but I'll get into that later. But overall, we made some good plays. But let's go. Let's do the positive. We played to a lesser team. They came back. They almost made a game out of this situation. And overall, I think we played well. But like I said earlier, I knew they was going to screw everything up. If you betted against them, they wasn't going to cover that 13. And they didn't cover the over. I thought it would go over, but they didn't. So we, I mean, just go box score. All right, 14 to 21 for Jalen Hurts. Passer rating 110.8. He had two touchdown passes. Um, Good game. Saquon Barkley, 20 carries for 124, which is fine. Hurts got the carries, 8 for 59. As long as 35 when that wasn't actually a design run. That was because he had to get out of the pocket, which is fine. That's fine. That's what you're supposed to do. Fine, great. Um, Brown four catches, 43 yards. Devontae Smith four for 37, went with touchdown. Uh, Cal I keep saying this dude name, Grant Calexander. Wow, I butcher his dude name all the time. 3 for 16 with a touchdown. Overall they played well. You know, Zach Braun, you know, 11 tackles, six solo, a sack. He's fucking excuse me. He's playing out his mind. He's playing out his mind right now. Kudos to Gene. I'm gonna get onto him for a minute, but he had you know, five tackles, five solo, one tackle for loss. Sweat, I think how many sacks did we have this game? We only had one team sack, which is Zach Braun. That was on that blitz up the middle. I think that was like around the second quarter, I believe. Around the first quarter, second quarter, yeah, around that time. So the defense played well, not great. We're gonna get into that. Um, I believe we had, yeah, Gardner Johnson had an interception. Only reason why Gardner Johnson had an interception was because of a poor decision by Bryce Young. I don't know what he was looking at. Maybe he thought it was one-on-one coverage and he thought it was one-on-one coverage, whatever. He threw a bad pass. So I don't know if the Eagles were playing down to them or Carolina saw some stuff. But I'm leaning towards that the Eagles were exposed a little bit. So yeah, we won. Yay, we won. 22-16. Yeah, we won. We 6-2. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're great. But let me tell you something. Let's throw that pom pom away for a second, right? Let's look at the game as a whole. Okay. We have to be worried about how the offense is struggling in the first quarter in the first half of games. That's the biggest issue we have right now. Because if you go back, I want y'all to go back. If you go back and watch that football game against Baltimore, Baltimore easily could have been up 17-3, 17 nothing. Easy. Easy. I'm sorry. Easy in that game. You understand what I'm saying? Because they're starting off slow is is not killing them because they're playing offenses that's not that great. If we play against Minnesota, I know y'all gonna say, "Oh, but that's Minnesota. Well, they can't do that." Minnesota can move the ball. Okay, they can run, they can pass, they can do everything. Green Bay, the same thing. You saw in week one, they can move the ball. If they come in healthy, we're gonna have a problem. Uh, Detroit, Detroit can move the ball. You think these offenses like that is going to sit back and just say, "Oh yeah, we know, whatever, whatever you have to do." Dude, I'm telling you, it's going to come down to a point where the slow starts and the defense. I've seen holes. I've seen holes in the defense. I know everybody love Cooper with the Gene, and he's really good. I get it. Cooper, he's dope. I like him. I think it's a great pass draft pick. Anything. Thielen cooked that dude today. He cooked him. He was cooking him today, bro. So I don't know. Jefferson just saved Tampa Bay for Mike Evans. He playing the slot. Um, like I said, Jefferson playing the slot. Who else? You got Green Bay. You got Weeks and Reed, and you got they got like three, four wide receivers on their team, man. Like if they get healthy coming into the playoffs, that's an issue. That's a big issue, y'all. I don't know what else to say. Like we have to be mindful that we're going to play better offenses in the playoffs. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. That's it. I'm not saying that we'll lose or anything else, but we have to be mindful of the deep offenses we're going to play in the playoffs. It's a different animal, man. It's a different animal, you know? Um, I know they try to force the pass early in the game. Shouldn't have done that. I kept saying to everybody, like, yo, man, the less Jalen Hurts throws, the better off we are. And we are. We're better off with him not throwing the ball much of the time. We get 14 for 21, bro. That's fine. But if we can't run the ball in the playoffs and we have to put the ball in Jalen Hurts' hands, that could be a problem as well. So I was like, look, I understand we 11-2. Last year, I think what were we like 10 or something before we started to decline. We just lost all our games and then going to the playoffs and we lost everything. So I don't know. I don't see it like that, but I rather for us to lose before we go into the playoffs just to fix things. To say, all right, well, we lost this game. We can win the next couple of games and see, we can see what we are weak at. That's what I'm saying. We could be, looking at stuff like that. But yeah, this was an ugly win. We'll take the win. Obviously, we 11-2. We going, everybody gonna say, "Whoa, whoa, we won. Do it. Don't worry about it. Just enjoy the win. Enjoy the win. We won. Stop picking on it. Blah blah blah. Stop picking off of this and this and that." No, it was major concerns in this game, and it was major concerns last week when nobody wanted to admit it. But it was a major concerns last week. We could have easily lost that game last week. Baltimore played a horrible game. Lamar even admitted he should have took off a lot of times when he should have took off. They didn't. Um, Missed field goals. He missed Isaiah likely wide open. He was wide open. It was a wide open play for Andrews. They missed, but he never looked his direction, but he was wide open. Um, Go back and watch the game, I'm telling you. Um, he missed Mark Andrews in the corner of the end zone. They had to kick a field goal. I'm I'm telling you, we play if we continue I know the defense, we're young, I like it, I get it, I understand it, but I'm trying to tell you, if we play like this against elite offense, we're going to lose in the playoffs. I don't want to see this happen. They have to tighten everything up. They have to, because if they don't, it's going to be a problem. I know they're trying to establish the pass, with Hurts and everything like that. They trying to establish the pass and everything like that, but I get it. But man, the more Jalen Hurts throws, the more he going to turn the ball over. I hate to say it. I know y'all like Jalen Hurts out there. He's a game manager, bro. You have to think and don't. You have to condense the play calling a little bit better for him. I don't know what to say. Like you have to do that because the more he throws, the more he going to turn the ball over. And we've seen it in the past. You wonder why he hasn't turned the ball over is because he hasn't been throwing a lot. I mean, let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck, y'all. Let's keep it a buck. I mean, look, he looked great in fantasy. He got 3 touchdowns, two passing and one rushing. Yeah, that's great for fantasy. But if you look at the game, he has to play this way because if you keep letting him throw the ball, he's going to turn the ball over. That's what he does. That's what he does. So I don't know what to say. Yeah, we got the win. I'm happy for it with 11-2. I think if the Cardinals lose today and if Cardinals or somebody else lose today, we'll clinch a playoff spot. Right now, I'm looking at the game right now. The Seattle's 30-18 in the red zone, and Cardinals are trying to score. Cardinals in the red zone. So it's 30-18, 8 seconds in the fourth quarter. So that game's over. But fantasy purposes, I don't need Kyler Murray to throw a touchdown pass. It's just for me for fantasy. I don't need that. I don't need that right now because that's going to kill me. Because I'm trying to fight for a playoff spot. So I'm playing a team that's terrible, and unfortunately, his team exploded today. So I don't need him to score. But we should make the playoffs regardless. We're gonna make the playoffs. Uh, I doubt it. We're gonna make the number one seed. I can't see it happening only because of you know Detroit and Minnesota. They playing well, man. Them offenses are they on fire, bro. They on fire. They on all cylinders, man. This is not going to be easy. I know statistics, we look good on defense, but I just see holes, man. The last couple of weeks, I just see holes. And let me tell you something. We should have lost this game too. Let me say this. Leggett, you saw it. He dropped that pass. That should have been a touchdown. I forgot what time. It was like maybe like a minute left or a little less than that, whatever. No, I think it was like a minute and something left in that game. But if he would have scored that touchdown, it would have been ugly, bro. We probably would have lost. We probably would have lost. So I'm saying, man, it's just a lot of stuff, man. I see a lot of holes, and I think people are starting to exploit them. I'm telling you, man, we play somebody like Minnesota or Minnesota, Detroit in the playoffs. Even Seattle, man. I'm worried about Seattle. They defense is playing better, man. Like we'll see what happens, man. I know everybody want to bring out all the positives, man. But I got some concerns. I got major concerns with this team right now, man. It's just like last year. Even when we was 10-1 at one point, I think it was 10-1, right? Last year, I think it was. And I kept saying, I don't even know how we was 10-1. I was like, how did we win in these games? I don't know how we was winning them. So look, I want this team to win. I want this team to be brilliant. I want this team to win another Super Bowl. I want another parade. I want everything. I love this team. But man, I gotta look at the reality. I have to look at reality, man. This is not good. I see a lot of issues, man. And I know people going like push it alongside. We can't even kick a field goal nowadays. I mean, what's going on with Jake Elliott? He can't make a field goal. That means we're gonna have to keep going for it at certain times of the game. We don't need necessarily have to because Elliott can't kick a field goal all of a sudden. But yeah, I mean, I'll take the win. We're 11-2. I think the Cardinals lost. I think we need another team to lose. I forgot what it was. We clinched a playoff spot. So we'll probably clinch a playoff spot today. And excuse me. And we should be fine. So I appreciate y'all watching this video. Um, I'll throw us a little some shorts up during the week. I'm gonna stay a little bit more active on this podcast. And so we just got ready get ready for the Pittsburgh Steelers next week at home at 425. So that'll be very interesting. We'll see how we made of right now because the Pittsburgh defense is tough. So we'll see what's up with that. But yeah, we're like I said, I'll make some videos throughout the week. I'm gonna rewatch the game again, and if you want to rewatch it yourself, I'm gonna just put up like like little tidbits and say like, hey, remember this play on this drive or whatever else. And also, I'm doing some lives too. I really want to do lives on uh games as well because um that would help me. Like I could do more talking throughout the game and things like that. So yeah. But just like and subscribe to the video. And I'll definitely see you on the next video. And all right, have a good night. Like I said, Birds win. It's a victory. 22-16 over Carolina Panthers. It wasn't a great win, but we'll take the win. But we got to look at it. We have my concerns. We're 11-2. We should have the division on lock by next week. Hopefully next week. So we'll see. So I'll see you later on during the week.